Just stick with us. Don't believe the crap you see from these people, the fake news. Just remember, what you're seeing and what you're reading is not what's happening.
Let's take one small example to illustrate this gaslighting. Remember birtherism? If not, it was this racist trope that Trump has been peddling about former President Barack Obama since 2011 when he was considering a 2012 presidential run. There's debate about the origins of this conspiracy, but there's no argument who's been pushing the conspiracy the longest.
The reason I have a little doubt, just a little, is because he grew up and nobody knew him. I want him to show his birth certificate. I'm saying it's a real possibility, much greater than I thought 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then he has pulled one of the great cons in the history of politics and beyond politics.
To better understand how Trump intentionally uses gaslighting to push a narrative, here's Amanda Carpenter, writer and editor at Protect Democracy. And before that, she worked for The Bulwark and CNN as a contributor. She's also the author of the book, Gaslighting America, Why We Love It When Trump Lies to Us.
And so that just seemed to keep happening, especially with how Trump would play the media. And then there was this whole idea like, oh, well, Trump doesn't really know what he's doing. I'm like, he knows exactly what he's doing. This guy grew up manipulating the New York tabloids and media. He knows how to do this. And so I started watching him kind of because it's not just a lie, it's a whole narrative that sucks people in. And he has these little tricks and he does it every time. And once you see how his tricks work, you can't unsee it. It's like the first thing to know is that when he comes up with something like, the big election lie, the election was rigged, he never comes up with that on his own. He kind of picks up something that's in the internet or the tabloids or people are talking about, and he just puts it out there. Oh, people are saying, stakes the claim. And then so he gets that going. And then soon enough, he just does this thing like, oh, I'm just asking questions. Like, I'm just asking questions. I call this advance and deny, like another step they use is where he'll call into Fox and Friends and just like, oh, well, I don't know if Barack Obama was born in Kenya, but don't you think people should look into it? And then that gets people looking into it. And so he does these little tricks. And then once the media starts to lose interest in the story, he'll promise more information is coming. He builds suspense like, oh, I have a team. I'm sending a team of investigators to Hawaii to dig up his birth certificate.
Today, I'm very proud of myself because I've accomplished something that nobody else has been able to accomplish. I was just informed while on the helicopter that our president has finally released a birth certificate. I'd want to look at it, but I hope it's true so that we can get on to much more important matters so the press can stop asking me questions. He should have done it a long time ago.
And so he does these things that just suck people in, and it's so predictable. But the media loves it. Like, he is a media creation. He knows exactly how to give them enough to keep the story going, to tantalize people, to say outrageous things that nobody else is saying. And as I lay out the book, I really think his birtherism gambit is the key to understanding to how this works. Because everyone knew it was wrong. Everybody knew it was outrageous. But he was willing to just kind of dangle a little bit of racism out there to control the narrative. And in the end, he admitted he was wrong. Like, people are like, oh, he never admits he was wrong. Oh, he held a press conference, said, oh yeah, I solved it. I made Barack Obama produce the birth certificate, but he declared victory at the end by saying, I solved this problem.
Now, not to mention her in the same breath, but Hillary Clinton and her campaign of 2008 started the birther controversy. I finished it. You know what I mean. President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period. Now we all want to get back to making America strong and great again.
Like, he always squeezes out a way to claim victory, and everyone else is just left sputtering. Like, how can he do that? It's like he does this with everything every time. It's not surprising.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.